Hello, Gaming Metro here with another deck profile. We had the last event of the Nationals slash YCS Sacramento format. It was a remote regional today, and we have here with us
Brandon Elmore. I'm back.
All right, and what'd you do today?
I got fifth, man. I should have been higher. Should have been top four, but tiebreakers pushed me down to that fifth spot. But we'll take a top eight. Get my engraver mat.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. And what did you play today?
I'm on Tenpai, dude. The last day for 3 summonings, I had to take it for a spin, you know?
3 summonings, 3 prosperity. Yeah. The classic card prosperity was probably about time it finally got hit, but I mean, it's the deck is still going to be really good. The deck's crazy right now. Do you have any shout outs?
Man, shout out to Gaming Metro, SK Games. Y'all are awesome. They help me just enable me to play the game as much as possible, and that's what I love to do. Shout out all my friends in the Stink Pit. We got Mikey, Trevor, and Shelby. They were actually watching me today in the Discord while I was playing. It was so fun to be able to stay at home, play remote duel, hang out with my friends all day, and just cook people. It was so fun.
Yeah, awesome. And then overall, so you did find the remote regional pretty fun?
Yeah, I've been playing them for a while. I think they're really good. They're very useful for people like me who live far away from the locals and just want to play as much as possible. They're good, and the side deck, they run them so well. So shout out to y'all.
I agree with that. I've been doing them as well myself recently, and they're more enjoyable than I thought they would be, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, go ahead and kick off the deck profile.
All right. I won't go too long on most of it because a lot of it's standard in the format just really changes tomorrow morning, so it doesn't matter too much. But the standard 3 Pydra, 3 Chundra. I play 2 Genroku because I don't like drawing it and not being able to resolve its second effect, which is important. I play the 1 Fadra. Never liked 2 even before Genroku came out, so yeah, I'm happy to play 1. 1 Dora. It's kind of cool. You can set up nice combos with this. It generates an extra body basically. So sometimes you'll see hands where you have everything, but not a normal summon. So you can Kaiman in the draw phase, or standby phase, and then normal summon this and go crazy. I love it. A lot of people don't play it, but I think it's good. 3 summoning for the last time. 3 Kaiman, 3 prosperity. You won't miss this card as much as you think, man. It's good, but it helps or it hurts. It helps your opponent sometimes because you won't be able to kill him because of this card, especially under Shifter. And I think the Dex is going to innovate, and we won't miss this card as much as you think. I think there's going to be lists that don't play it at all. We'll see. 1 terraforming. That's pretty standard for now. The stuff I played different with my non-engine. I played 3 cosmics in the main. This card, it's so good, man. It does a lot, especially people doing Desiree Pass or against Snake Eyes because they're still around till tomorrow. Against Ubel, it deals with pain. Going first, if you're playing a mirror and they make you go first, if you lose die roll, it's better to have this than a Lightning Storm or Raigeki because you can set it and it's a form of interaction. So you can. It comes up, man. It does a lot of work. I won games off today. I played Runic in one of my rounds, and game 1, he flipped skill drain and I had the cosmic, and he was like, "What?" Just the
yeah,
look on
he had
his
to be
face.
so
Don't see
mad.
her face,
That is funny.
Yeah, he was upset. And when I was logic testing, with my friends, trying to decide how I wanted to play the deck, that came up. I was like, it gives you a better game 1 against Runic and skill drain and stuff like that. So I think I want to test it for that, and it's just stuck, and it came up today, and it mattered, and I love it. Shifter at 3. I hate this card so much, but it's so good. And I think after the ban list, so you still just play 3 of them. You still just sack people with it and watch them get mad. It's unfortunate that this card has to exist, but it does. 3 Perulia, another really good card. Lets you draw a bunch. 3 Nibiru. This card gets better next set too, or next format. It's losing a bunch of interaction, or not a bunch, but Apollousa. This card gets a lot more important. It's going to hit harder. I play only 2 Bestials, the 2 best ones. Drawing into them off with stuff is nice. 3 Ash, 3 Emperor. Nothing too crazy.
So hand trap Tenpai. It looks very solid.
It just feels a little better to me, man, because it always has. Anybody that's seen any of my other profiles, I always say the same thing. letting your opponent build up a bunch of resources and then trying to not only break their board that they got the full power fully make because you didn't interact with them, but then dealing with all the other stuff too, like this decks can search hand traps, they can put stuff in the graveyard to interact with you, they can put stuff in the back row. Like, I'd rather you just pass on your normal summon that got impermed and then you like set an imperm and pass. I can deal with that all day. I can't deal with 5 monsters and a princess engrave and you got 2 hand traps. Like, yeah, it's tough. Hand traps have just always felt better to me because it
better going first too instead of opening up
a
feather duster and a mind control. You know,
you gotta expect to see Tenpai. Even you just gotta expect to see it. Like, thinking you're not gonna play mirrors is wrong. You're gonna see the mirror a lot. I see 2 or 3 of them every event I play, and just being built to play a little bit better going first or second, it really helps. I don't like hard building to go second or hard building to go first. I like something that kind of falls in the middle and can do both. For the extra deck, pretty standard too. There's a couple weird things. I'm always weird. Trident Dragon, 2 Transcendent Dragon, 2 Biden Dragon, pretty standard. Do play the honorary Tenpai guy, even though still to this day I've summoned this card like 3 times ever in my entire Tenpai career. Well, you got to play him. Black Rose Dragon, Moonlight, same thing. Doesn't come up a lot, but when it does, it cooks. It's awesome, but just not all the time. Q-Belt's actually crazy. This card wins me games all the time. I won a game today in a mirror where I popped the Fodger and was able to OTK through it, where I wouldn't have been able to without this card. It was nice. For going first, like I said, I play the Dawn Dragster. If you open like Hydra or Chundra, plus any other of the 2 spells, or combination of those cards, like Terraforming Field Spell, Kaiman type, any combination of 2, you can actually set up Seals and Dawn Dragster in the same turn. So it's kind of nice. And post side, this comes up a lot. I'll show you why. Sam Destroyer for you, Bell. I only play 4 Link monsters. Chimera's your like pseudo debarrier out. It also, there's other things you can do with it too, but that's what it's in there for. I play 1 Hida. I don't play Princess. I play 2 Seals. The only reason I still play this card is because it's in this deck. You can use it as an extender, especially playing stuff like Nibiru, because you like nib your opponent during turn 1 and you put the token in attack mode. And if they're able to stunt your normal summon, like if you don't open field spell and you have nib on the field and like you normal Pydra and they imperm it, you would think that hurts a lot if you don't have the extension, and it does. Then you can like link into Hida and go battle and crash into the token and kill herself, and she lets you search. She search Genroku and special it, and then you tribute it, summon Chundra, and it's full combo. So this is just like an extender on top of the rest of the stuff. That's why I still play it without the Princess line. Comes up too a lot. Side deck, 3 Phantasme. This card is amazing. I'm going to talk a little bit about the deck post ban list in a minute, but like this card is going to be a big part of that. I sided 3 Drolls. It's alright, I didn't really use it today. I just am scared of like Chimera and some other random rogue decks like Sprite that can do stuff. They don't really worry too much about Shifter. Like Sprite doesn't care about Shifter that much. And like even Chimera will do stuff where they just set Fusion and then play during your turn. It's still hard to deal with. So I like Droll. Just didn't happen a lot today. I still side these for back row and for like Runic and stuff. I'm maining the Cosmic, so I figured it was a good spot. I just want to respect back row decks, so I play a lot of hate for them. Kokomiri for Yubel and everything else. I still play Power Filter and I still play Scolding. Kind of what I was talking about with the going first setup. A lot of times, if you open any kind of decent, it's going to change a little post ban list, but not much. You can pass on Seals, Dawn Dragster with something like Power Filter active, and this is so hard for people to out because they have to be able to deal with the Power Filter to play. This stops an out to it, like Cosmic or Lightning Storm or Duster. It stops the first out. And then this bounces a card and lets you summon the Kokomiri. So now they're like locked out of Lights and Darks, locked out of 1,000 or less attack, and you had to out to stop it from getting outed. It's good. It comes up. I've summoned it a couple times going first. I choose to go first a lot post side. Like against you Bell and Snake Eyes and stuff, I do that.
Yeah, and that can be a good call if they, decided to go.
Yeah,
to go first themselves.
Yeah, because they'll decide to go. Yeah, exactly. They'll decide to go first, expecting it, and then you flip the script on them, floodgate them first before they can floodgate you, and it's usually enough.
Yeah, that's a lot of good deck theory, really, honestly.
That's all I do, man. I got a lot of good friends and play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, and that's what we do. We just sit around and build, play.
Yeah. All right, so now going forward, though. So we got some hit. We lost how many cards in the main?
4, man. We lost 4, and 4 good ones, too. We're taking out 2 pots and 2 summonings.
Now, you said maybe all 3 pots.
You might take out all 3 pots, because why make it harder to OTK under Shifter when you're not really getting that much consistency out of a 1-of anyway? So, like, really, to tell you the truth, the deck's in a weird spot between now and Rage. Whenever we get Fuwaros and Dominus Impulse, this deck is so crazy. But until then, for like this weird month of from tomorrow until Rage releases, I'm recommending that you replace these cards right here and just main deck 3 Phantasmes. Just main deck them. And then this third card, the 4th card, could be anything. It could be like a second Dora. It could be a Call by the Grave. It could even be
another Bestial.
Another Bestial. It could be anything you want it to be. But get these in there. This card is crazy. It actually helps deal with only having 1 field spell too, because what the field spell is really useful for, you don't care about the search that much. In fact, most of the time you don't search with it. You just activate field spell, you normal summon, and you go crazy without being interacted with. Well, now without this, if you resolve Phantasme, it still lets you be safe against some of those cards that summoning was trying to protect you from anyway. It's like Valor, Imperm, anything that targets like the SP play, Phantasme can negate that. So not only does it get you further into your deck and get you some of these good hand traps, but it protects your normal summon against targeting. And that's gonna be a big part of the format whenever you lose your field spell that says you can't do anything to me. Another thing is, like, I'm finding out really quick in this deck, just having bodies on the board, it makes it so much easier to play this deck. Like I said, normal summon, get interrupted, I can make Hida and still kill you. It works the same with Nib, the Bistials, the Phantasme. Just putting bodies on board, it applies pressure, and this deck doesn't need a lot. It doesn't need a lot to kill, so I like it. It plays really well. And what deck is not playing Link Monsters right now that matters? Like, you go to a tier 2 or higher event and you get late in round, what deck are you going to run into that's not playing Link Monsters?
Yeah, that's a hard call. Probably just the Mirror, right?
I mean, even the Mirror, if you win the die roll, they seals pass. You still get to draw 2.
Good point.
You know, you might see the random branded that just got hit. Sometimes Runic's going to be a problem, but these are obvious, easy side outs for whatever other great cards you want to run for those matchups.
Yeah, Brandon still seems very good.
Yeah, it does, for sure. But I wouldn't expect to see it at a rate that makes me think that Phantasme is dangerous to run in the main deck. I think that you run this card and you just draw you draw as many cards as you can with this and Perulia. Like, my last round today, I opened 2 of these and I was like, oh no, I'm going to lose. It's like 2 of these and 3 engine cards. And they're playing full Snake Eyes combo. They get to the point where they make Moon, and I special this. I draw my 2 cards, and I swear to you, I drew Shifter. And I shifted the mid Fiendsmith combo, and they just passed turn. That's how I won my last game today. Because of this card.
For them.
Amazing. Tenpai's still amazing. The deck's going to be fine. You just got to get a little bit innovative with it, but you should have been doing that anyway. So
I hear that. Well, thank you so much for your time today, and congrats on the Fiendsmith mat. And
yeah, thank you, dude.
Congrats on a great season you had, and we will see everybody on the next video.
Hey, one final shout out, because I would feel wrong if I didn't.
Go ahead.
My friend and local homie Chase Pope told me about this card, and I tested it out, and I love it. So shout out to Chase for helping me with the Phantasmes.
Yep, you always.
Other than that, thank you guys, man.
No problem. Next event for you?
When is the next event?
Yeah.
Whenever they're having one, baby. All the time.
That's a good point.
Probably, I think maybe San Antonio. If the cards are played right, we'd probably be at San Antonio. And if not, I'll be on Remote Duel the same weekend. So, the 14th for sure.
All right. Well, until then, everybody, you have a good time.
Thank y'all.